Well, you have any closing remarks before we head out?
Y'all, please support the movement of CTR Media Network. I'm telling you, being a part of this amazing media family, I can't go wrong, right? They have the support. They support us in all that we do. If we have questions, they take the time out to advise and mentor. So definitely check out the different plethora of shows that are on the network. I promise you, and I'm not saying this because I'm part of the family, but I promise you, you will be uplifted, inspired, educated, motivated, all the good stuff that we all need to carry ourselves out through the day. So definitely go check it out, y'all.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it.
All right. Hello, everybody. I am so excited to be with you guys today. Happy Friday. All right. It's time for Morning Motivations with CTR Media Network. And yes, I am way early on this morning, but I want to go ahead and get our morning motivations up, going, running, because I have quite a busy day today. All right. First, I want to start and give a shout out to our media sponsor, our collaborative partner, I should say, which is Swag Her Magazine. So if you have a business and you want to reach at least 300,000 people on Facebook, of course, their demographic is way bigger than that, but definitely go over there and get you some PR services. Also, want to give a shout out to us, CTR. Yes, go ahead and download the app right now on today to be able to get not only motivation, inspiration, but also things dealing with business, wellness, and life. On that note, today, you guys, we're going to talk about on this Friday on Morning Motivation about building strong relationships. And this can help you whether you are working to build a personal relationship or a professional relationship. The thing is, whatever type of relationship that you're building, you want to build meaningful connections. Because when you build a meaningful connection, it is the key to your happiness, your success, and your fulfillment. Because you are a reflection of the top five people that you spend the most time with. So if you notice in your life that you are not achieving the goals that you want to achieve, or you just feel like you're just hitting the ceiling and you can't really get it, or you're more negative, look at the top five people who you spend the most of your time with. Who do you talk on the phone with a lot? Who do you be around at work with a lot? Who do who do you speak to on a regular basis? Are they negative, Do they look at life with the glass half empty or half full? Usually you are a reflection of the top five people who you are around. So we got Gladys. She in the building. All right, we have Gladys in the building. Hello, happy day, happy day. All right, so let's talk about building strong relationships. And I had to learn this the hard way. Um, I have been very fortunate that I have had more strong relationships in my life than not. But however, it was very difficult for me to understand in relationships because I always looked at building strong relationships with just about anybody. But I'm saying I never thought that a friendship that was not romantic could be a dangerous relationship if it's not with the right people, meaning a totally platonic relationship. You are just friends. And I didn't realize that you even have to watch those type of relationships because they can either help you or harm you, right? I always was keen to romantic relationships, but I wasn't keen to personal like that. And I had to learn. So let's go ahead and talk about this conversation on how to build strong relationships. But first, let's just dive in on what a strong relationship look like. So a strong relationship is built on confidence. Some of you would say trust, but I tell people to only trust in God, because people can let you down all the time because we're imperfect, but that's a whole different discussion. A strong relationship is also built on communication, and it's also built on having mutual support. And I also say it's built on having mutual respect for one another. I always say we may agree to disagree, but we will keep it respectful, because a friendship is not about being a yes man or a yes woman all the time. You are two different individuals. You have two different philosophies on how you feel about different stuff. I don't feel that any strong relationship should be a foundation that's built on you always saying yes all the time and not being true and authentic to how you really feel. But it's just the delivery of how you feel if you have a disagreement, right? So by having that mutual respect and support, the communication, the confidence, even when you have that distinction or whatever, you will know how to actually communicate with each other in a respectful way. And so this actually requires effort, not just on your part, but also on the other individual that is your friend. So we're talking about romantic relationship. We're talking about just regular, just friends, that's platonic, no romantic interest whatsoever. And so when relationships are built on this strong foundation, it's actually like a reward. It's something that is refreshing when you go around the person. You're actually uplifted and inspired and motivated versus feeling drained and depleted and feeling like what is going on, right? And so when you have a friendship that's built on a strong foundation, it's like a collaboration. Like it's like having this collaboration with a person that you didn't even realize you have, because you are really working together to have joy, resilience, and also keep pointing each other the amazingness of who you are as individuals. And then as friends, you actually build and scale each other up in multiple ways. So tip number one, Gladys says, right. So tip number one, foundation of strong relationship. Like I said before, build that confidence. How can you build that confidence? Or most people would say trust. How can you build that with a relationship? And this can apply for romantic or non-romantic relationships. When you're building, you have to show up and be consistent. You have to be honest with each other, even when it's not easy to do so. But it's the delivery of how it is when you don't agree. You know, people say it all the time. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. And also, if you are promising that you're going to do a certain thing for your friend, do your very best to be able to do it. And if you can't do it, then communicate with them and let them know, listen, hey sis, hey bro, I told you that I was going to be here. I told you that I was going to do this, but something came up that is out of my control and I'm not going to be able to keep my promise. However, I like to have another option. However, this is what I can do in place of this, or this is what I can do after I get finished with doing XYZ. You have to have good communication. Just don't say you're going to do something and then something came up and you don't even let the person know. That's not considerate. That's not being a good friend. That's not building a strong relationship, because if you flip that, if they did that to you, you wouldn't like it, right? So you need to always think about how you would feel if the roles were reversed. Tip number two, you need to practice active listening. A good, strong relationship is built upon the foundation of having two active listeners. An active listener is a person that does more listening and not as much talking. When you're building relationships, they need to, I call it purge, get things off their chest. You should not be a person that always diverting the conversation about yourself. If you're having a conversation with people or a person or your friend, and they come to you and they really have something on their mind and heart, right? Okay. and they tell you about something good that happened in their life, or we're going to talk about if they're talking about something good. And they say, yes, and I've been working real hard to get this promotion, and da 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 da, and da 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 da. And then they're just so happy sharing this accomplishment with you. And then every word in that you get in, somebody, yeah, I remember when I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. You know, you're taking all the light off of them. You need to make sure that you balance sharing your good when they're sharing their good. It is a seesaw effect. They bounce you up, you bounce them up. But also be mindful of not always diverting the conversation about you and your life, because a true strong relationship is not just about you, it's about both of your lives in your relationship, right? Gladys says, say something. Craig is in the building. Hey, Craig. Okay. And so, number 3, you need to show appreciation regularly, whether it's through your words, your actions, or small gestures. So, how can you do this? Show appreciation, because showing appreciation doesn't mean that you have to buy something all the time. Showing appreciation can mean simply that you saw, maybe you're on social media and you saw a clip that just exemplifies what you feel that person character and who they are and what they mean to you. And maybe it expressed exactly how important that person is in your life, better than the words that you could say. And you thought about them when you watched the video. So you send that to them to give motivation. Or maybe you saw a clip or a quote or scripture that reminded you of them and you sent that to them. Or maybe you saw a funny meme or a TV show or something that made you smile. A gesture, an action, something that makes you, just letting them know. So a strong relationship is built on a foundation of you just being vulnerable to let the person know that, hey, I really value you as my friend. I really value you as my business partner. Being comfortable enough to say, I love you. You are my sis. You are my friend. Or some people say bro. My young people, my children be saying bro. I don't know why they say call everybody bro. But anyway, that's a whole different conversation. So being comfortable to let them know how important they are in your life. Okay? And not being afraid. Because if you build a strong relationship, you don't have to worry about that information being used against you. So, because everybody, I don't care who you are or how strong you are, everybody needs somebody. And sometimes you need more than one person. Okay? So be grateful and let them know. So how can you accomplish this? Schedule regular check-ins with your colleagues if you have business friends or whatever that you look at as, because all of us as entrepreneurs, we have business business associates that become your friends through doing business with them. Some people it's just a business transaction on how you're going to do a business partnership. But then there are some people that you do a business transaction or partnership with, it grows into a friendship. Then you have your regular friends. They might not be in business with you. They might not even be entrepreneurs, but maybe you grew up with them, or maybe you met them later on in life in college or high school or at another place and you're just friends. And then you have family members, that cousins, nieces, nephews, aunties, uncles, grandparents, your own parents, that you have built a strong relationship with. All of these bonds, these strength bonds, they actually help you in life, because I have different friends that are in my life for different reasons. I have some that I know I can call, man, we can get a good prayer going on. If I need to pray about something, I'm going through something, listen, we're going to pray. Then I have another friend that, listen, we're going to laugh. Then I have another friend, she's going to get me out the house. Is like, listen, you got, girl, come on, let's go out to eat. She's the fun one. You got to, then I have another friend that's very discerning. Okay, now let's think this through. Okay, let's think this through. And then I so happen to have another friend that is a mix of all of that, right? And so I have different friends and different business associates that have become my friends that provide different things in my life. And I'm sure that my friendship with them, I provide something that they need as well, because friendship is something that is reciprocated. You're providing a need that they need. That's why they're your friend. That's why they're attracted to you, and vice versa. So figure out what role that person or people play into your life, and make sure that you identify that and let them know. Okay, listen, you my ride or die. Okay, and the next thing is we're going to talk about how you can nurture these relationships over time, because we know that life is busy. Life is really, really busy, and you have your own personal life and family, and then you're building relationships with other people. So how can you not mishandle building a relationship with someone even though you're busy? And just be honest, life be life, and sometimes and you just don't even want to be with nobody but you're by yourself with yourself, because you have to be quiet to with your thoughts sometimes. But in nurturing relationships, you need to always keep in mind that you need to make time to have meaningful conversations with the people who you're building relationships with. And when you're building relationships with people, you have different type of friends. You have some friends that you talk to every single day. And that's the foundation of how that friendship is. Then you have a friend that you may not speak to every day, but you speak to them maybe every couple of weeks. And then you have that type of friend that you don't speak to them maybe every couple of months. But even though you don't speak to them every day or every week, every time you speak with them, it's like you didn't miss a beat. Understand that every single friendship don't mean that the person is around you all the time. It's different levels of friendship. And just because one person you may speak to every couple of months versus a person that you speak to every day, that doesn't take away from the friendship. Because like I said, I have some friends that we speak every couple of months. Every couple of months we'll send a little text message, to check the temperature to make sure they're all right. But we're going to sit down and have a long conversation, probably about 3 4 5 hours when we get together, because we haven't talked in about 2 3 months on the phone or got together. But then I have a friend that I speak to every month. Then I have friends that I speak to every day. Friendships have different levels of commitment, different levels of speaking to each other, but all of them are important. Every single one. Every single one. Because, like I said before, each person provides something different that I need in order to help me be whole. It actually fills a void in my life. All right. And so I feel like everybody has that. Gladys said what she says is family first, then others. Balance is the key. Yes, balance is the key. She said spending time together, study each other. Yes, yes, yes. And so learn your friends. Take the time to learn their wants, learn their needs, learn their triggers. Everyone, no matter who you are, we have had different childhood things, right? And I'm not saying everything is traumatic, but I am saying that we all have certain things that we don't like, certain things that we don't want to do, certain things that you want to know so that you won't make your friend feel uncomfortable, right? And vice versa. Tip number 3, you want to be vulnerable. Some friendships is built on you sharing your feelings, sharing your challenges. That's how you actually have a deeper connection when you're building strong relationships. But that takes time. I'm not telling you to try to go in and build a relationship and you go and dump your whole life story on a person that you just met them yesterday. You can't. Uh, you have to be very responsible with your personal, most intimate information. And you need to make sure that a person is worthy of getting your most deepest thoughts, your most deepest feeling, that you have really built up confidence and they have had a track record with you already, that you know that you can share this and you don't have to worry about your information getting dragged out in the street or shared all in the street, your most personal stuff. And you need to make sure that you're building a relationship with people that even if something should happen and maybe you get upset, because all friendships, you're not going to be all peaches and cream all the time because we're imperfect. You make sure you build a relationship with somebody that even if they're upset with you, they won't go tell your secrets, or they won't go tell your private things to everybody just because they mad. So that's why you need to build the type of relationship with people who have character. I have friendships with people that when we was friends, we're not close like we used to be back in the day, because as you grow and you go into different phases in your life, sometimes people are just for a season in your life, right? They were there for a certain time to help you learn something, okay? And after that, that season is over. But I know secrets that I will never share with people, other people, about a person that I know or people that I know. Because I just feel there should be an underlining code that certain things you should never share, no matter if you're upset with people, no matter if you're not friends like that anymore. You should have the respect that you will hold those secrets. Okay? Because they told you whatever they told you when you was friends in confidence. And I just feel there should be a moral code to that. And so that's how I am. Even if we are not talking anymore, you told me something personal, something confident, I'm not going to blab that out, because guess what? I don't want you to do that to me. And so it goes back to the golden rule: do unto others as you want others to do unto you. And when you're building a strong relationship on a good foundation, that is what happens, okay? Because you're going to grow, you're going to expand. And some friends is just like for a season. And some seasons last longer than others, but some are short. So you have to learn to identify that. But appreciate them, and they will appreciate you. Gladys says, sharing is caring. Be led by spirit. Yes, Holy Spirit. Miller said something, but I'm gonna leave that in the comments. You want to read what Miller said? You put that in the comment. I mean, you go read the comments. Okay. So, how do you accomplish this with loved ones, if you're building relationships, or even professional people? You can dedicate time to spend and connect with them based upon y'all schedules if you really want to build a authentic relationship. You also want to network when you are trying to strengthen let's talk about professional relationships if you want to build that, because that's a little bit different from personal. If you want to build a professional relationship, you want to network with the purpose. You want to always offer value before you are seeking value from other people. So what do you bring to the table? And in turn, when you're bringing this value, people can feel that feeling. They're going to bring value too. You want to celebrate other success. If you have a professional relationship, it shows that you're invested not only in your own personal growth, but most importantly, in the professional setting, you're invested in their personal growth. You also, in a professional relationship, want to follow up consistently to maintain the steadiness of that relationship. And even when you don't need something from a person in a professional relationship, just showing that you care, even though you don't need anything. You have some people that just show up in a professional relationship because they need or they want something. Make sure that that's not the only reason why you go to someone, and that's for personal too. Is it Think about how you are as a friend. Are you always going to somebody and you always need something? Do you have a friend like that? The only time you hear from them is when they need or want something. How do that make you feel? So think about that, and do you want to have someone have that feeling about you? If you have a problem with remembering to check in on your friends, your business friends, or your personal friends, then let me tell you something. You just need to start using a calendar, a timer on your phone to remind you when to follow up, because connecting with your friends is very important for you to build strong, lasting connections. You have to check in. Now, how often you check in is based upon the individual relationship. Like I said, some friends, you talk to them once every couple of months. Some you speak to every week. Some you speak to every day. So whatever that relationship, however that relationship looks for you, you make sure you check in with a text message, a phone call, a funny meme, something to let them know that they are on the top of your mind. We have Boss Up says true. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you notice that you do not have any strong relationships in your life, this is the time to work on it now, if that is something that you want to have. And I feel like everybody at the end of the day would like to have at least one strong relationship, whether it's romantic or non-romantic, because it's something about having a strong relationship over time that just helps you because it placed that normalcy on your life. It placed that something that is that constant, that consistent, whatever, right? Think about the things that we love the most. We love the most because it's consistent. We can just like the sun. We know without a shadow of a doubt that the sun is going to rise and the sun is going to set. We don't care what type of weather, what kind of day, what's going on. We know that every single day the sun is going to rise and it is going to set. That is what you need when you want to become and build a strong relationship, and when you are that friend, and then when you are seeking that friend. No matter what's going on, you know that that person, if you need them, they are there. If you need to talk to them, they are there. Or they're going to at least work really hard to make themselves available for you. You do not want to be the person that's always there and then they're not reciprocated. That was my problem for a long time. I was that person, that friend, that no matter, I would drop everything whenever my friends needed me. But then I noticed that some of my friends, they wouldn't do the exact same thing for me. Now, that wasn't their fault. I allowed that type of behavior because I had low self-worth. And I didn't realize that I had low self-worth at the time, that I overachieved for everybody else to be the people pleaser, but I did not demand the same type of friendship or the same type of relationship that I was giving them. I didn't demand it back, or I didn't set those healthy boundaries. But I'm going to tell you, it took me a long time before I even could identify what was really going on, because I had some relationship that was not self-fulfilling because I wasn't clear on this is the type of friend that I am and this is the type of friend that I need in return. That was not their fault. It was mine. And we want to blame people for stuff a lot. Some of us, oh, well, you did this, you did that, you. But at the end of the day, you guys, people can only take you and treat you as you allow them to treat you. If you know that they're constantly stepping on your toes, doing something that you told them that this make me feel uncomfortable, but yet you still allow them to do it, and you still say, well, we're friends, even though they're crossing that boundary, and you never set a certain standard for yourself, then you get what you get. And at the end of the day, it's not their fault. Yeah, they should listen to you, but you still allowed it. And I had to take accountability for the not so great relationships that I had, that I nurtured, that I should not have never nurtured. Okay, that was very unhealthy. But it took me a while. I'm gonna be honest. It took me a while. I mean, many years before I had the courage to leave some of those relationships, before I said, wait a minute, I am worthy of a healthy relationship in all aspects of my life, whether it's personal or romantic, because I give that and I am going to receive that. And if they can't do that for me, then that's okay. That's just not a person that gonna be my friend. They can be an associate, generalized on the surface, but they're not gonna be my close friend. And that's okay. You have to learn to identify the people that you're going to bring close versus the people that be in your midst. They can be around you, but that's all. Okay? And so I would say do that homework on yourself. What type of relationship do you feel that you need in your life whether it's romantic or non-romantic, that you feel that will help you be able to grow, help you bring joy into your life, happiness into your life. What is it? Be honest with yourself. And I would say do a deep dive, a deep analysis of why you accept what you accept. I had to learn, why did I have these triggers and these cues that I would just allow certain stuff? And I had to go and dig deep, and I found some things in my childhood that actually started that behavior. And I had to go in, fix it, and heal from it and grow from it. And I'm telling you, I am so way much better now. And it's certain things that I just would not accept in my life when it's dealing with relationships. Okay. I have a no tolerance for the mess. Like I'm just different. And I think it comes with age as well, because the older I get, the more I see, wait a minute. So how does relationships work for you? I want you to be happy. I want you to be whole. I want you to have joy. I want you to be able to start tapping into why you do what you do, why you accept what you accept, and how, most importantly, how you are going to change it. Because when you change it, you will notice that you will have more joy. You will have more peace. You will have more resilience. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, because you develop a habit and it's going to hurt sometime. But once you get over that, you will notice that you'll be more focused, you'll be more full, like self-fulfilled. It will all work out, and you'll start attracting more people like you, the relationship that you're building, the new relationships that you're building. On that note, you guys, I want you to build those strong relationships, but start first with yourself. Start healing yourself first, okay? We have a lot of hurt people. And it is true. Hurt people hurt people. So if you notice that you're always getting hurt, it's because you're hurt first. Figure out why you're hurt and be brave enough to go in and fix it. It's not going to be easy. Sometimes you're going to cry, you're going to scream, you're going to yell, you're going to hit something, but you will be able to heal from it. And in some cases, sometimes you need to go get some help to be able to help you work through that pain. All right. In other words, you guys, on this Friday, have an amazing day. You can build these strong relationships. You can nurture these strong relationships. It's something that you can do. And at the end of the day, you deserve. This has been Morning Motivation. I hope you found something useful that you can use in this Morning Motivation. And if you already have strong relationships in your life, then kudos to you. I am so happy for you. But if you are not a person that you heard what we spoke about today and you don't have that, but it's something that you're seeking, start working on it today, because strong relationships are really the foundation to your success. I really want you guys to have a great Friday and know that you are loved, that you are worthy, and that you are important. And if no one told you this yet today, I want you to know that I love you. And you're probably saying, how can you love me and you don't even know me? I don't have to know you to love you. I love humankind. I love people. Okay? Because at the end of the day, all of us just want to be seen. We want to be heard. I want you to have a great, amazing rest of the day. And if you want more inspiration, more motivation, learn how to do different things for business, education, wellness, life, then go download the CTR Media Network app on today. You can watch our content from over 30 plus independent content creators on our platform today. And also we have something that's going on that's remarkable on CTR, where we are really being innovative in the delivery of some of our content on our platform using AI. I know that can be kind of a controversial thing. Some people, how they feel about AI, but the thing of the matter is, it's the future. Okay, whether we like it or not, we should have been paying attention to Star Trek, because they was already showing us we're gonna be talking to these machines and they're gonna be doing all this stuff, right? They were talking to a ship up in the sky in the 50s. And so we should have paid attention. And now we're doing the exact same thing now. So the more that you learn how to use it, the better, and seeing how it can make your life a little bit easier. And, you know, being those first learners of how to use this technology, people will actually come to you to help, for you to help them to be able to learn how to work it. So it can actually create a job for you if you learn how to work it now, while so many people are on the fence with it. You guys download the app. Have a great day. And this has been Morning Motivation. I will talk to you guys, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Have a great day. And thank you for tuning in, and go out and build you that strong relationship today. Let's see. We have Red in the building, one of our amazing moderators, keeping our community happy and clean. We have, I can't pronounce your name, but they said, OMG. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Have a great rest of your day, you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.